in-depth, community. You're watching KFDX3 News at 10 in high definition.
Hello, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Daryl Franklin. Gwen has the night off. Wichita Falls firefighters are still determining what caused two fires tonight. The first happened around 8 in the 1300 block of Oakhurst. Our crew on the scene said it looked like the garage suffered the most damage there. Then, 15 minutes later, firefighters were called out to a home in the 4800 block of Shenandoah. One person and two dogs were inside that home at the time, but firefighters were able to get them out safely. Crews on scene say they believe the fire may have started upstairs, possibly in the attic. Allegations of misconduct could impact the case against one of three defendants in the 2015 murder of Dominic Thrasher. The state filed a notice of potential violations by the defense attorney for Justin Love of discovery material covered in the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Love is charged with murder along with Whitney O'Brien and Blaine Brooks, who was sentenced to 60 years in prison last week. And Love has until December 31st to accept the state's plea deal of 50 years in prison. The DA's office, it claims attorney Mark Barber gave case files to Love's wife, who then relayed the information about the state's evidence and witnesses to Love while he was in jail. In one call, investigator John Little says Justin's wife told him that Barber was releasing the information to her, even though, quote, it's highly not allowed, end quote. To see more of the allegations in the filing, just go to TexOma's We have not heard back from Barber after leaving him a message. Previous stories concerning him show he was arrested after an altercation with another man at Old Town Saloon, in which the man suffered a broken nose and needed staples after being hit with a beer mug. In 2011, records show Barber was arrested after he allegedly showed up at a woman's house nude and intoxicated. In 2010, Barber ran for district attorney. One of the two defendants in a string of car burglaries and other thefts in the Wellington and Huntington Lane areas in July has accepted a plea offer and sentence. 22-year-old Maureen Carr had 12 charges filed, ranging from engaging in organized criminal activity, burglary of a vehicle, endangering or abandoning a child, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. She pleaded guilty to unauthorized use of a vehicle and received 9 months in state jail. Carr and Jonathan Hutchison were arrested after deputies got multiple reports of burglaries around the Wellington and Huntington Lane areas. Deputies found an abandoned truck in the area that was out of gas and traced the owner to a mobile home park where they say they found the suspects, as well as stolen items and a 1- and 4-year-old children who were left alone during that crime spree. Hutchison was indicted for 13 charges, including burglary of a vehicle with previous convictions and also child endangerment charges. He has a court appearance coming up next week. 6 Texoma cheer squads joined hundreds of others from across Texas and New Mexico to cheer for a rival school after a deadly crash last Friday. After winning the state quarterfinals against Monday, a bus filled with cheerleaders from Ira Ann High School was involved in a crash that left one of the group's sponsors dead and 7 others injured. Today, squads from Seymour, Graham, Petrolia, Archer City, Newcastle, and Monday were among the hundreds of cheerleaders who traveled to Abilene to cheer for Ira Ann during their playoff game. Texoma cheer coaches say coming together as a cheer community is something that needed to happen for the girls going through such a terrible loss.
A coach and the cheerleaders just kind of have a special bond, in my opinion, and I just know that that had to be the hardest thing for them to have to go through. And as I went through the weekend, I just decided, you know, we need to do something.
Our very own Ruthie Polinsky was there today in Abilene. She'll have an in-depth report on all of this on Sports Sunday. Residents in Iowa Park may soon have a new hotspot for entertainment. Iowa Park, a man there, he received clearance this week to turn the vacant Dollar General into a bowling alley. Matt McCulloch spoke with the city manager there and locals as well, who are very excited about that possibility, Matt.
Yeah, Daryl, that's right. You know, city manager Jerry Fleming said today that if the business owner does go ahead with the bowling alley, it could be the boost that the city needs and one that the residents would surely enjoy.
Well, I would love it.
Growing up in Iowa Park, Bobby Morgan is excited about the possibility of a bowling alley in town.
I was raised up here, so, I mean, it'd be perfect for this town. We was raised up here to play football, baseball, basketball. We're in sports, but we didn't have no entertainment.
On Monday, Iowa Park Planning and Zoning Commission approved business owner Creighton Barrett's vision of turning the vacant Dollar General into a bowling alley.
He hasn't purchased the real estate yet. He hasn't developed his business plan yet, but he wanted to make sure all of his ducks are in a row.
Barrett was also seeking an alcohol variance, to which the commission approved.
Iowa Park in general is a very family-oriented community. One of the issues with the bowling alley is the fact that bowling alleys often serve beer and possibly liquor in a bar environment, and you know how you manage an adult recreation with underage recreation is always a challenge.
And there's time to tackle those challenges since the project is barely off the ground. But Fleming, like Bobby Morgan, believes that the town and the economy can really benefit from having local entertainment.
I mean, bowling is for everybody. My son lives in Electra, so it'd bring him over here. He likes to do it. So, yeah, it bring people all the way from Oakland Union.
Our downtown area could really use a shot in the arm economically, and I don't know what the magic shot is. It could be a bowling alley.
Now, getting that approval from the commission is just the first step in making the bowling alley happen, but it does seem that many could be pretty happy about the possibility.
I could see people driving from all around to
I could
Iowa
too.
Park and bowling. Yeah,
It's
not
perfect.
just Iowa Park, to people of Iowa Park to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it sounds like a great idea to me.
It does.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. With temperatures way down below freezing, shelters are filling up right now to capacity. But there's a way that you can help. Just by cleaning out your closet, too. For the second year in a row, Scarves in the Park is happening. It's next Sunday in Harold Jones Park. Last year, around 300 coats and scarves were tied, and this holiday season, with 2 drop-off locations, one in Wichita Falls, one in Bowie, they hope to have even more.
I think it's something that needs to happen all year round, but people truly realize the importance at this time of year because they see how many blessings that they have. So it's great to give back a little bit whenever you see someone on the side of the road that is less fortunate.
Scarves in the Park is set for December 18th. To find out how you can participate, click on this story at TexomasHomepage.com. Lots of people are getting packages this season, so many that one post office in Wichita Falls is expanding its services. Those at Morningside Post Office on 5th Street say things have been busier than in most previous years, so they are going to be open the next 2 Sundays.
A lot of people have, ordered a whole bunch of online products and things that they need to get mailed. Some people, as you probably know, can't come to the post office, during the week or even on Saturday. So this is a great opportunity to get them there now on Sunday.
Again, this is the only the Morningside Post Office right there on 5th Street. There will be window service from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. this Sunday and next Sunday, and they'll be delivering packages on Sundays too. There have been many stories told about the men who had the right stuff for America's space program, but coming up in a theater near you very soon, the lesser-known story of the African-American women at NASA who made the countdowns possible. We've got a preview of that coming up right after Kevin Selly and weather. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.